Do you think it's impossible to go from the bottom to the top in your class? No? Well, then this is how you can 10x your progress as fast as possible. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Jillian, and just around 3 years ago, I was a bullied skinny kid that had nothing going for himself in life. I was basically the definition of a degenerate, and that's when I found out what self-improvement was, and I decided to change my life around to who I am today. And that's why I created this channel, so I can help teens in the same situation as I was get on self-improvement and become the best versions of themselves. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, feel free to subscribe and join us. Just around 2 years ago, I was at the bottom of the food chain. Like, there was nothing that I was better at anyone in. During recess, except of playing basketball or football with the other kids, I was in the library playing video games by myself, trying to get to the next level in the mobile game because I wanted to surpass everyone in that. And I thought that's what was really gonna get me the status that I wanted and was gonna get me to the top of the food chain. But now I realize that that was probably the dumbest thing I could have ever done. So if you really want to 10x your progress, this is what I would first recommend you to start with. The instant way that you can get right now from the bottom to already the middle of your class is by deleting all mobile games on your phone. If you are the only person not playing video games in class, you are already going to excel. Excel, because while everyone else is going to be wasting their time in class playing Brawl Stars or at home playing Fortnite, you're going to be grinding in school and at home. And that's going to already get you so far ahead from everyone else. That is an instant step you can start literally today to get better than everyone else. But if you think that's it, there's still so much more that you can do to get better than everyone else. The first thing you can do is start following the principles of self-improvement that others aren't doing. If you don't know what the principles of self-improvement are, these are the 5 principles. Meditate every day for 10 minutes, journal, read 10 pages every day, exercise for at least 30 minutes, and make decent money. If you can get those 5 things, you are already going to excel to everyone else compared to in your class. What I can recommend to you first is the first thing I want you to start doing is meditating, journaling, and reading. Since those 3 are the main 3 instant ones you can do. If you get a notebook and you start journaling, you spend 10 minutes every night doing guided meditations by finding like a YouTube video or audio on Spotify. And then lastly, finding a good self-improvement book. Like one I would recommend would be Atomic Habits if you're trying to get good habits done. And like if you're just a complete beginner and you're struggling to stick with everything, Atomic Habits is a really good one. The next one I can recommend is How to Win Friends and Influence People. This is a very good book for, especially if you're trying to get on the top of the food chain, since it's gonna help you understand the fundamentals of making people like you and especially how to get on their good side, which is very important in the future when you're gonna want to start selling stuff to people or whatever else. Now, if you get those 3 done while everyone else still hasn't started, that is already great progress. But if people already have started, you're going to have to go above and beyond to go surpass them. If everyone in your class is already going to the gym, if everyone in your class is already like in the beginner steps of self-improvement, you have to take the next step to get above them. You're going to have to sacrifice, the things that other people aren't sacrificing. If other people are going to a party, you're going to have to not go to the party. If everyone else is going to school on a free day, you're going to have to skip it and work instead. If everyone else is waking up at 6 or 7 a.m., you're going to have to wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. every day. If everyone else is getting 6 or 7 hours of sleep, you're going to have to be getting 9 or 10 hours of sleep. You see what I'm getting at with this? You have to put in more work than everyone else so that you can get to the top. Because if you put in the same work as everyone else, you're going to still be on the same small progression that everyone else is on, except of exceeding everyone by scaling instantly while everyone else is slowly progressing. So if you really want to get to the top, you have to be willing to sacrifice what other people aren't willing to sacrifice. Now, if you don't already know the basics of self-improvement, I recommend there's a video on my channel which I describe how to start off with self-improvement, and I also have another one if you don't have access to the gym on how to be able to work out and get a decent physique without the need of a gym. And especially in that, I talk about calisthenics, which is another way you can surpass everyone in your class, because you're going to be the only one in your class that's going to be able to get like from the floor and to handstand push-ups, which is a sick thing. And that's what I'm working on right now, because I just love the idea of being able to control my body to the 100%, where I can be, sit on one finger doing handstands. That would be like a crazy thing for me. But so I'm not going to waste any more of your time. That's the main principles I have for you. But the main thing I want you to take away from this video is, if you want to surpass everyone else in your class, you have to be willing to make the sacrifices. The only way people have succeeded in life is by sacrificing what other people aren't willing to sacrifice. Some people aren't willing to sacrifice the video games. Some people aren't willing to sacrifice the sleep. Some people aren't willing to sacrifice the diet, all the cheat meals and everything. Because the people who take a cheat meal, just one cheat meal, they are already making less progress than the people who aren't taking any cheat meals. And they just love their diet. Because I'm not telling you to go on a strict diet where you just hate it every day, because that's going to lead to you making less progress. You have to love what you do and do more of it than everyone else. Because there's a good principle here. A lot of people, they think that quantity is better than quality. But if you're going on a stricter diet than everyone else, but you hate your diet, you are going to still make less progress than the people who are on a decent diet, but they love it. You have to love what you do and do more of it. You need quality and quantity. If you just have quality or you just have quantity, you're not going to succeed to others. If you just do quantity, you're going to plateau. And if you just do quality, you're going to make very, very small progress, because you're never going to have done enough effort to get the progress needed. So if you really want to surpass everyone in your class, you have to be willing to make the sacrifices. This is your sign. This is your sign to delete that mobile game on your phone. This is your sign to sleep good tonight. Don't stay up another day scrolling. This is your sign to set an alarm to go to bed. Not to wake up, but to go to bed. And that's going to help you already to get the 9-10 hours you need. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.